went to the library because all of a sudden Jax has like 6 books that are due and can't be renewed. And yeah, he's just been so caught up with reading his Zelda guide that he has not been reading any of his books. There's some cute ones I have to return that he has not read yet. So we're just gonna pick up our holds, and I don't know if we're gonna get anything else, but we're going to go enjoy a beautiful walk after stopping by the store to get you, ooh, I'm just too bright, to get you a car that you're gonna buy, and I'm gonna buy you a car too.
Yeah, but I want to tell you the one I'm getting, Mom.
Which one?
I'm getting the one where you put money in it.
Oh, interesting. Oh, the money car?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
But not the one that steals money.
No, not the bad guy. All right, let's go do the library then. All right, we just went to the library. He had me make 4 more origami cranes. We got some books and stuff. I did get Jax a couple books. Well, I tried to get him a couple books, but he read most of them. Just keep it because we're about to go to the store, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Roscoe's like pushing right there. Anyway, we are going to head to the store and then take our walk. It was so nice out there once we got past all the wind tunnels. My hair is kind of crazy. I just stuck it up so it wouldn't get all windy. But let me put my lid back on before that ends up on me. I just put more ice in my Americano. Peggy, do you need water? So I surprised Jax with this from the store. We saw it in a special little display. Mm-hmm. Is it good? What's the verdict? Tastes good. Very berry.
Yeah, really good.
He said the marshmallows are a little bit fruity, so that's better than just little sugar bombs. Got Piggy up here now because my husband just started a meeting. Oh, we got these to eat. Sebastian had some cheese and meat, and we had our snap peas, but these are so good. Do you like these, Sebastian?
Yeah.
We ate like half the pack. I think Sebastian ate most of it. I had a lot though too, they're really good. So yeah, we need to go up to quiet time soon. I'm gonna run a couple backups first, check my email, and then we will head up to quiet time. Sebastian wants to decorate these little Easter cookies we got afterwards, so we need to get our quiet time going. You want more of that cereal? Okay, I'll get you a little bowl. Do you want to try it with milk?
Yes.
Okay. Okay guys, we are gonna do some quiet time. I'm assuming as soon as my husband's off of his meeting and finishes up for the day, he will come up and get Ziggy Piggy because it is gorgeous out there and I think rain is coming. To close up this door. It is a bit of a Hot Wheels mess in here. That's okay. We just clean up before bed. I got a lot of braids done last night, so I have 20 to go. Yay! That's 2 days worth if I do 10 a night, which is usually my goal. Sometimes I'm a little under, sometimes I'm a little over. I usually just do one section and I try to stop at 2. They'll go a little bit past if I need to. Just keep pushing the button. You can't get out of it from here. Push the button. Now go to the side and up. To the side, up to the penguin. Purple penguin. Go down one. Yeah. He's always clicking so fast he clicks out of his Netflix. But yeah, the stuff that I have to do is pretty much right here. And then there's a big spot right here. So I was wearing a ponytail to hide it, but then it's so windy that I ended up having to stick it up in a bun while we were out. So I'm gonna stick it back up in the bun too. lay down for quiet time, otherwise it'll attack us. But yeah, it felt really good to wear some sandals, and just like, I didn't take my short sleeves off. Too much wind, but it felt spring-like whenever the wind would stop. I was really cold when the wind was howling. But nothing much else to report. I just ran a couple backups. I still need to transfer them from my computer to our backup server. I didn't have enough time for that, but beyond that, I went over math with Jax because he was struggling and did not pass the lesson today, which was lines of symmetry. So we went over in the teacher's view. I can do a practice test, and he passed that way when we were discussing and looking up. So we feel he knows it, and instead of having him redo tomorrow, I went ahead and marked that off since we took the test in practice mode together. So he's finishing up his school day. He enjoyed his surprise Pokemon cereal. I didn't intend for him to eat it right then, but they both had to have a bowl. It was just too exciting, and they said it's really good. They don't always love those licensed cereals, but he did like that one. Alright guys, I am going to go start quiet time. Friends, bedtime again. It's always like a day's over, and also day's over. I don't know what's going on with my hair. Well, I have a ponytail under here with a scrunchie, and then I wrapped it up and just stuck another scrunchie, so it's a little large. It's like I have two heads. I feel like a bobblehead. I'll fix it in a minute, but yeah, I just cleaned it downstairs, cleaned up his room. Sounds like he's getting into stuff again. Don't get anything out. You don't need anything. And why did you make that track longer? Now it's messy. Not time to make it longer. All right, well, yeah, Tuesday. We got up, had breakfast, then it was school time. It's actually a really beautiful day, so I was anxious to get out with Sebastian and get him out walking and running. But as I said, there was some math struggles, so we had to review everything. Eventually we got out, then we spent too long at the library. I normally like to be out of there in 10 minutes, but it was more like 20 because Sebastian wanted me to make more paper cranes, and then we had to find him books. So by the time we got to the shopping center to start our walk, I had to feed him because it was going to be too late for lunch when we got home. I didn't want to spend another $1 billion at Starbucks. I had to buy something because we're going to use their only table that you can eat at. But we went into the grocery store because Sebastian wanted to get another car. He's been rationing his dollar. I let my husband know, and he's like, I love that he's doing that and you're teaching him responsibility, but he's only 4. You go ahead and buy him a car too. So he got to choose 2 cars. And we got some snacks, some of our favorite snap peas. I got him it was a store brand thing. It was called a cheese witch. It was seriously just 2 circles of Colby Jack sandwich cheese with a slice of salami in the middle. He pulled it apart and it was perfect. It was 99 cents and it was just like a little protein snack for him. And then we headed over to Starbucks. I just ordered him a juice box because he hasn't been finishing the more expensive tea, and I just got an iced coffee, and then I threw in a pumpkin loaf that we split 3 ways and brought a third home for Jax. But I was loving those rice crackers with peas and beans in them, though I got the worst stomach ache starting after quiet time, and it's just now starting to fade. I took some medicine for it before dinner, but I've just been in so much pain. I'm still on the struggle bus trying to figure out what I need to do for my digestive system. But yeah, we came home. I had grabbed that cereal while we were at the store. It was just in the middle of the aisle when we were heading towards the cheese, and they both had to have some, so that delayed quiet time a little bit, but we got up there, had a short quiet time, then came down and we decorated the Easter egg cookie kit I had gotten, not with this past groceries, but the one before, because they tend to sell out of seasonal things for the deliveries. I had also added on some extra icing, so we had white and lavender in addition to the tiny little pink, yellow, and blue tubes they gave us. We ran out of those really fast. That was fun. I doubt I'll eat them. They're very sugary, but they look really cute. It was a fun craft. Then for dinner, I made pasta. I was hoping for aglio olio, so olive oil with garlic, pepper, herbs, and red pepper flakes. None of the spicy stuff for the kids, but they wanted spaghetti and meatballs, so made half and half. The spaghetti was really annoying. Like, I opened it up and it looked like every individual noodle had been shattered and then glued back together. I was like, this is not gonna go well. But I put it in the water and yeah, everything, they broke apart into these tiny little pieces. So I did my best to scoop it all out. I didn't want to start over with waiting another 10 plus minutes for the pot to boil. So yeah, I got almost all of it. There was like a handful of crumbs, but it's really easy to avoid them because we keep our noodles long and we all scoop and spiral and stuff. So they were just left on our plates and in the pans, but so annoying. Luckily I had an extra spaghetti box. Usually I only have one per week, but I guess we hadn't used one week, so I had an extra. I have to order 2 next week, so I'm prepared. But luckily that one was fine. I put it in just a minute or 2 after the other one. But yeah, the crumbs are definitely a little mushy because they cook fast. That was the weirdest. I've never had spaghetti do that before. But yeah, we ate dinner, and then I took a little walk with Sebastian around the neighborhood. I filmed some of the blossoms on the trees. That's about it. Ran into a friend that lives in the neighborhood. I thought she moved away because they just sold their house. And I was just walking by her house and saw kids running to the backyard, and like, it's so weird seeing somebody else and not her kids. And then literally like 2 minutes later, like, we see people coming towards us, and it was her and her kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're still here. They just moved to a different part of the neighborhood. Our neighborhood is very, very loved, and I think the people who bought their house were from the neighborhood and upgraded, so people just kind of jump around upgrading because it's just a great neighborhood. yeah, so we had our walk. I came home and then I couldn't be productive. I just had to curl up under the blanket and suffer from my stomach ache, which is finally starting to feel a little better. I was doing some knitting. I am about to try that on to see how long it is, to see if I can do the waistband tonight. It is a gray sweater with a black yoke with purple flowers, and I'm going to leave it short sleeve, so I'll just need to do the ribbing around the short sleeve and the ribbing around the bottom. It's just going to be like a short sleeve, lightweight spring sweater. So I want to finish that off. It feels like it's about long enough. I don't want it to be super long and awkward, but in order to try it on, I had to put a second knitting needle into half of the stitches so that, because my knitting needle is not long enough to pull my shoulders through it without it popping off and all the stitches coming loose. So now I have this big tangle of 2 sets of knitting needles so that I can hopefully get it over my head without popping anything loose. So tonight I will do that, maybe Animal Crossing. I did just go in and check everything earlier. Didn't really do much. I think I need to go in and like order my daily presents for people. But that's Easter eggs all over. I'm not loving it. I just want to get to the cherry blossoms, and I need to think of a big project, a big design project for the area I like to change out. It's currently the Great British Bake Off, because last time I did my hair, I was watching a whole season of that. Every few days I would watch an episode. I'm not a binge watcher. That's the best I can do. Maybe like 1.5 episodes in one night, but then I'm like, okay, I'm so tired of this. But for some reason, I can just have currently this YouTuber who shows New York apartments. He's just a real estate agent. I can have that playing while I'm braiding, and I'm totally fine with it. I just love seeing the old architecture, and I don't have to pay attention, really. Just look when I want to look. It's so weird, but like actual TV shows, it's hard. I think a lot of it is how they stop for a commercial break, and even though I watch it without commercials, it's like I don't like the stopping and then they come back and they repeat things and then they go, and it's just, I don't know, I'm just weird. I also can't watch anything that requires your full attention because I have to be making. But yeah, and I'm gonna braid some more since I only have 20 to go. I'm gonna do 10 tonight and 10 tomorrow and be done and actually make my goal. I thought March only had 30 days for some reason, but those 30 days have September, April, May, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February, which has 28. Is that how the saying goes? I usually use my knuckles. I don't know if you've done that, but knuckle up means like 31, and the dip between is 30 or less. You go January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Then you switch to the other hand and it starts on an up. You probably don't know what I'm saying, and I'm holding the phone so I can't show you. But yeah, I'm gonna make my goal. And then I have 3 weeks off, which is unheard of. I never change my hair that often. But this was temporary. 3 weeks off, and then I will redo it again. But that is going to make my life easier. There's less to comb out. Your hair sheds a lot every day, and when it's in braids, the hairs can't fall out. So they fall out here and they just start sticking out and making me look fuzzy, but they're trapped in the braid. And when I undo the braid, I have to comb all those hairs out. And if they've been in there for a while, they start to wrap around the roots and make like a baby dread that I have to comb out. And so the sooner I change it out, the less that happens, and it's going to be a breeze and so quick. So hopefully, don't want to jinx myself because I will be packing for the trip, and it's not just throwing my clothes in a suitcase the night before like my husband does. I have to pack for 3 bodies, plus make sure the dog has all his food, plus make sure we have all the ingredients we need to cook, like the little things that we don't want to buy large containers of, like of all the spices and oils and stuff like that, and all of our entertainment things and all of our cleaning supplies. And it's a big thing because we're basically moving our little lockdown quarantine life to a different state and a different house that doesn't have all those things. But that's the safe way to vacation. Rent a house that's been sanitized right before you get there, and bring all your stuff, have one grocery delivery, we were gonna hopefully eat at an outdoor restaurant. They have opened up restaurants there for indoor dining now, and we're hoping that that means there'll be less people sitting outside. I'm hoping it means that they don't remove the outside dining because we need that, but we will see. Yeah, I think they're done reading, so I'm going to get ready and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.